Raji Stadium. A day full of college football has been great, but there's something special about a Saturday night game. It's the Rice Owls and the North Texas Mean Green. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Rice's head coach told me before the game he understands coming off that emotional upset win against the #1 team in the country last week could add a lot of fuel to their fire, but he does not want them focused on that. If they're focused on what they did last week, they won't be locked in and do their job this week. Worry about yourself is the advice that this team got from their head coach this week. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. North Texas will kick it off to get this game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease to the left. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Let's talk for just a minute about Rice. I'm sure you guys saw a great pickup in the backfield. 3-star running back gave a verbal last week. And getting good talent like this is really what programs at this level need to thrive on.
It's pivotal, Reese. And now you got a big commitment at the running back spot with those 3 stars. And now you start to build a class around him. Get everybody else excited. This is how you build a program.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. The pull and throw off the RPO.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
They're able to make the stop, but he is beyond the line to gain. It's 1st down Rice.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
And the Owls have their offense in high gear. Brown will throw it. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, going to throw it. He's going to take off. Still running at the 40. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37. And the Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. This is a designed run. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And, man, we were watching the tape coming into this game, and we saw this dude's ability, man. Now he's over 1,000 rushing. So it's not just as a quarterback throwing the football down the field. The ability to be dynamic with his legs, make big plays. He'll have us up here all game talking about his ability to make people miss and make explosive plays.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. He's got enough. There he goes. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Might have a chance. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rice.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's White.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Sells to run, looking to pass. Moving to his left. He'll pull it down and run. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. Now on 2nd down. The ride. He's past the marker. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Rice has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. First play of the period, 1st down here. Might as well give it to him again. They put the brakes on him.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
2nd down, gonna throw it. They're all over it. And down he goes.
Really nice play call there by the defensive coordinator as well. He was trying to do something aggressive to stop the momentum of the offense. They look pretty good on this drive. They were marching the football down the field, but on that critical 3rd down, the D coordinator dials it up, the pass rush at the right time, trusting his guys up front to get it done, and they're able to get the sack.
North Texas will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Breaks a tackle, and he might go. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Makes a connection. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to run, it's Jackson. Got a little got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rice.
What a start for this guy, right? 2 drives, and that's already his second rushing touchdown. And listen, this area of the field, David, in the red zone, you got to be able to run it. It's really hard to throw. Windows aren't very big. But this dude right now is feeling it.
And as a defense now, I understand the mission. Palmer, it's pretty simple. They're going to run the football. So I've got to meet that physical challenge, man. I got to stop the run, or else this is going to be a long day for this defense.
North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Pulls it. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
They'll need a bunch on second down. This time they'll throw it. Just got rid of that one.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Reese. Bust through behind his pad. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Turning it on at the 20. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. The Mean Green will have to reach into that playbook here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. North Texas will try to pick up the fourth down here. On the move. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mean Green.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Owls will hustle to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And you think the defense is dialed into this guy? Like, he's already had such a great start to the football game, and you know they're using him. Great job by this defense. Great adjustment. Great job being downhill, physical, fast right now, and getting him stopped.
Fires downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. At the 35, he's got room. And he was trying to chart a course on that pick for a pick 6, but he'll be stopped at the 31.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target.
Lets it fly deep downfield. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our whip around with Florida, taking on the number 7 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Gators coming away with the victory in one of the highest-scoring games we've seen all season. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Looking for the edge. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this. And all
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage. looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field to catch the defense off guard.
Really nice job by the quarterback, dropping back, understanding. He knew his wide receiver was going to drag across the middle of the field. Good timing, waiting for him to come open, hitting him with the strike.
Enough to move the chains. Touchdown, North Texas. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
What I like about this running back is he can do it different ways. He can hurt you running between the tackles. He's got great vision, but he's also got a lot of speed. And I love the fact that this offense can go option. They can trust the quarterback to make the right decision, pitch it out to him wide, and then you see the speed. There's so many different ways in the running game. This guy can hurt you, and you saw it right there on that long, explosive play.
Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Makes the grab on the left. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Brown wants to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive linemen, running backs, and tight ends on his way to the quarterback.
Oh, he's got some space. The 30, the 20. Touchdown Owls. And that one will give him the lead.
Yeah, dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my clipboard. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable, having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop it.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. Trying to escape and get it himself. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble. Let's see what they've got on second down. Keeps it himself. He breaks a tackle. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Now on the move. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And I'm not surprised that they're giving him a touch early in this football game, too, because you've seen it throughout the season. Like, they trust their QB to run the football, especially in big-time situations. We'll see that throughout this football game. But he's already over 500 yards. Like, that's really good. So he's a weapon that they will use throughout the football game.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Brown will throw it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
That is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
On the move. He'll get rid of it. Left side, it's Milner. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Second down to the air. Look out! And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the
He's going to let it go. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. One more quarter to play. It looks as if we are ready to go here in the 4th. North Texas will have to punt it away. Trying to make one miss. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. Brown wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. And maybe they've tried to spy on the quarterback, but it just hasn't worked. Another first down. He just keeps gashing them with his feet. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Move to his right. Right side, it's Jackson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He'll try the left side. They've got him corralled.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Right down the middle. Out wide left, it's Lane. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Down he goes. And the clock stops for an injured player on the field. Long way to go on 2nd down. Quarterback keeps it. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Brown will throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. Gets rid of it.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And it's good! And that lead grows even bigger.
It's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Giving up that last field goal really ratchets up the sense of urgency for the offense on this drive. Forced out of bounds, good pickup there on the ground.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator.
Oh, a lot of space. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. North Texas in the hurry up. From the gun, it's White. There he goes. He's headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. On to attempt to try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Brown wants to pass. Rush is on. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Trying to get behind the defense. As is batted down, knocked away, incomplete, and this linebacker in pass coverage is up to the task. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Searching for space. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They give it back to him. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Turning it on at the 20. Touchdown, North Texas. And they've moved out front here in the 4th. That is his 3rd score of the game, and now 14 on the season.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably... guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. will throw it. Extending the play. Going to try to get it himself. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
Here's a throw downfield late. Reels it in down the left side. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Throws to the back. Got him in the open. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Driving forward, it's Jackson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Rice. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Drops back on first down. Back's got it on the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Back to pass on second down. He'll pull it down. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Making the adjustment on the play. Got to make the play on 4. Fires to the wideout. Got his man.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drill.
Precision execution there to work the sidelines, pick up the first down, and stop the clock.
Yeah, great job by the offense. You got to understand the situation. The clock is the enemy late in the ballgame. Got to have a score. Like you said, Reese, work the outer part of the field so I can catch the football and get out of bounds.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Second and long here. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Finds a tight end down the gut. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. And with 4 seconds left, this one to save the game and send it to overtime. And he got it! And the 3-ball gives us a tie. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Breaks into the open. They stop him just a link or 2 short in the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Quarterback changing the play. Wants to throw on 3rd. Throws quickly. That'll move the chains. It'll be a first down from North Texas.
I like that play call there. 3rd and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
Mean Green move the chains with the passing game. Let's see what they do on first down. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense has it. If he takes it all the way, they win the game. He did it! The fumble return for the walk-off win!
Number 1 job of a defense, affect the quarterback, get to him, make him a little bit flustered, uncomfortable. Jesse, his 2nd fumble of the day, and this time it goes to the house.
Yeah, David, you know as a former DN, the coaches were telling their guys, hey, you got him to fumble once. If you get close to him, strip away at that thing. Get your hands on him. The ball's going to come out again. That's exactly what happened. They were opportunistic, not just recovering it,